my apartment. Hey guys, what's happening? Oh, let me put my coffee down. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. First and foremost, happy Friday, happy Thursday. Hey Gussie, and happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. Let me pull this chat up. There we go. Yeah, guys, happy Thanksgiving wherever you are in the world if you're celebrating it. I wish I was celebrating it today. I don't have a turkey on hand. But yeah, this is something a little bit different today. Hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. We're going to be doing a bit of work on the Hybrid Batsuit. It has taken me every ounce of strength to not fiddle with this, to not touch this until we did this stream today. So there's stuff that's been pinned in place. So the idea is we're going to be gluing down the cape to the neck seal today, and then also going to be adding a lot of Velcro. There is so much Velcro sitting behind this mannequin. It's ridiculous. Guys, welcome everyone who's joining in. Welcome. Happy Thanksgiving. So yeah, just a bit of fun. So I'm going to be answering questions whilst I'm working on the bat suit. So ideally, thank you, man. You're a legend too. Ideally, to have the cape glued down to the neck seal. So I know it's kind of a bit of a write-off if you're going to be permanently gluing the cape down to a neck seal. But I plan on getting another cowl from Hernandez Effects. So this cowl, this neck seal is going to be for this suit, obviously, because we're going to be gluing the cape to the neck seal. But I feel that's the best way to go about it. It's the best way. It's the best it's going to look in terms of being flush on the neck seal. If you add Velcro along here, it's going to puff up and just be too bulky, if that makes sense. I want it nice and streamlined. So the belt I'm using is actually my brand new Justice League belt. So I'll show you some of the castings here. The castings itself came from Art Deving. So they're based on the Justice League belt. So hopefully, yep, that's all focusing. Cast in flexible urethane. And there's the buckle, nice flexible buckle. So this is FlexiCast 45. This is F190. So a bit more rigid. It's a very heavy duty belt, but I wanted to do something a bit different in terms of the belt. I do love the Pattinson belt. I love the look of kind of like the base belt is like police garb and stuff like that. But I love the Batfleck belt. Again, this is a hybrid suit, so it's kind of like a mishmash of everything. G'day, guys. Jose, hi from Spain. Hola, amigo. Will we ever get a Pattinson 2.0? This is pretty much it, man. I've done my Pattinson one. I want to do my own one now with, you know, a mishmash of Pattinson stuff. So this is the upgraded flight suit. Once I do the cape, the neck seal and all that, I'll take it off and show you guys a nice turnaround of the flight suit. I wish I could put this on today in today's stream, but I can't. And I'll show you why. There's two zips like running down the back, but you have to start the zip at the top and zip down. If it were the other way around where you start the zip here, I'd attach a cord to it like a wetsuit and pull it up, but I can't. And I need someone here to help me. And I don't think wherever Gus is, he's going to help me anytime soon. But yeah, the flight suit is absolutely gorgeous. So it definitely is a lot more accurate this time around. You know, that's that nice fabric wrap plating and stuff like that. So Bruce sent me, Napier's Incorporated sent me the flight suit. Now he's gone ahead and weathered it. The chest plate itself, the base urethane chest suit, is from Alan Fay, who's done an incredible job. And Bruce sent me some extra fabric. So I have gone ahead and fabric wrapped this, but also I'd like to do some weathering on this today using some artist oils. So we also have to do a bit of sandpapering on the fabric because it's a bit too pristine. It has a bit too much of a sheen going on at the moment. And we kind of have to bring it down to this here, sort of like that matted, chunky, just heavy weathering kind of look. Let me just answer some questions here. Oh, geez, you guys are coming in hot and fast. Furious Broku, if you're about to sell something like this, will you need your help in this matter? I'm not sure what you mean by that, man. Matthew Wright, hey man, I feel your pain with help on suiting up. Dude, it can be the worst when you got no one around and you're doing the circle trying to get it all zipped up. And like pants are fine because it's a two-piecer. So I've got suspenders holding this up, and that's how it will be with the suit. So put the pants on, suspenders on to keep it up. But the flight suit is just, it's weird how they've gone with the zip starting at the top down. And yeah, like you can try and like lock it as best as you can, but then to try and it's way too hard. I just need someone to help me zip it up. So in terms of the pieces, like I said, this is from Alan Fay, fabric wrapped with fabric that was sent from Bruce over at Napier's. The shoulder bells and the bicep armor are still the same from the Pattinson version 1 suit from Chris Robinson at GC5 Effects, along with the gauntlets. They're beautiful pieces, and I wanted to reuse them for this suit. The cape also comes from Chris. The cowl and the neck piece are from Hernandez Effects. The belt is made by yours truly. Now, when it comes to the boots, Pattinson wore those Austrian military boots with the spats on top of them. They're very cool. But I'm actually going to be utilizing the former adventure boots that I've got that I use for the Phantom and Midnight Suns Wolverine. I just really dig them. They're comfy. So it means I'm probably going to be foregoing the typical Pattinson boot. But again, this is my own take on it. This is a mishmash of a lot of Batmans, and that's why I also wanted to have the lenses. I love the lenses with Batman. It's like drunk twister with lycra. That's brilliant. I love that. Yeah. Edge Designs, Darth Vader cosplay ever. I'm way too short, man. I would not do that cosplay justice. I feel like if I turned up to a con or something like that, people would just be like, it's Lord Vader. Lord Vader. Adrian, hi, man. Ever consider cosplaying Spidey from Brody Robinson? Possibly, man. Possibly. I'd really have to lean up, like get rid of the muffin top and all that. Just really get into shape. Never say never, but also at the same time, I'd be terrified because you're really exposed in a suit like that. Ross, update on your Avatar cosplay. The exact same as last time, man. I'm just waiting for Ryan Jenkins to get back from vacation, who's going to start on the bodysuit. Apart from that, chest emblem's done, got the fabric for the cape. The belt mold is just sitting there. So I can't really do anything until Ryan comes in and starts designing the bodysuit, and then we have that printed. So that's where it's at, man. Let me just cruise back. You guys are coming in hot and fast. This is amazing. Thanks for joining, guys. Again, just something a little bit different. Love the look of that suit. Huge fan. That is from the RAS 2003. Thank you so much. Destiny Mindset. Oh, sorry, dude. Lost you for a tick. Destiny Mindset. Rest in peace, Jason David Frank. First Kevin Condroy. Now him. Such a devastating month. I know, man. I'm still in shock. And when I put up just my quick little tribute post, it hadn't been properly announced yet, and I was second guessing it. I thought this really can't be. Like, I wanted to be Tommy when I was a kid. For me, it was Thomas the Tank Engine, Ninja Turtles, and then Power Rangers. And then when I got into Power Rangers, that's when Tommy had just come in, and I was obsessed. I just wanted to be Tommy. I wanted to have a ponytail like Tommy. When he was the White Ranger, the Green Ranger, I was obsessed with both looks. And it's fucking sad how it's all gone down and how he passed away. I obviously don't want to say the word, but yeah, it's tragic, man, and it's really sad. But obviously, he has legions of fans, and it was so cool that he was still portraying Tommy up until the day he passed away. He was working on that film with Bat in the Sun, I believe. I forget the name off the top of my head. I'm sure someone will remind me in the chat. Yeah, it's sad, dude. And then, yeah, Kevin Conroy, of course, that came out of nowhere. I had no idea he was sick. The guy is just a legend. And as cliche as it sounds, a big part of my childhood. Coming home after school at 4 o'clock, Batman, the animated series, would be on. Yeah, it's just, we have lost so many 90s icons this year. It's bullshit. And I didn't realize that until I saw a photo and someone photoshopped all the 90s celebrities that we'd lost this year. I was like, oh my God, that's like, we've lost X, Y, and Z. That's crazy. It's go away 2022. Okay. The Chosen, where'd you go? The Chosen One. Have you ever seen WWE? I used to be a WWF fan back in the day. I think because my friends were, and I felt like I had to as well, you know, like Stone Cold Steve Austin and all that. I haven't been a big wrestling fan, man, to be honest. You know, I've had companies approach me like, do you want to promote the next WWE game? I'm like, guys, I'm not a big wrestling fan. Like, I wouldn't have any idea what I'm talking about. And people would see straight through that and be like, fuck this guy on about. Okay. Oh, let me just go back here. The toyographer. What's the best place to start with a bat suit? Best place to start with a bat suit, man, is take a look at all the bat suits, whether it's live action, cartoons, games. See which one really makes you Jones. Or if there's a bunch of them, do what I'm doing now. Mash them all together. Do your research as well. If you're going to be making certain parts, do your research, follow tutorials and stuff like that. If you're getting pieces ready-made by artists or kits and all that, just do your research. Reach out on Batsuit groups. There's Becoming Batman, Batman Costuming on Facebook, where you can be like, hey guys, I want to do this. What do you recommend? Pardon me. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to go about it, man. If there's just one particular suit you want to do it. If there's a bunch you like, hybrid the shit out of it. That's what I say. Okay. All right. I think we should get to it, guys. So also a few updates. I've been smashing out Etsy orders. I've been working on a few private commissions. How weird's this? So I wake up the other day, check my emails and my Gmail account. It says video blocked. I'm like, what the hell? So I look, good few weeks ago, I put up a video of Henry Cavill in his test costumes for Man of Steel. And I did a bit of a commentary on it. Anyway, the video blew up. I had no idea it was going to blow up. It got over like 140,000 views, which is incredible. Anyway, Warner Brothers have come in, blocked the video and unmonetized it clearly because they've blocked it. And I'm like, wait, hang on. So I came back and I put in an appeal. I'm like, wait, I didn't use video footage. These photos are accessible within public domain. You can get them online. Why is this? And the video was a commentary, a review, because that's what I was doing. So a bit of a commentary and like a review of what I was looking at. So I'm still waiting to hear back. But yeah, Warner Brothers blocked that video. Crazy. Chosen moment. Who is your favorite horror icon? Freddy, man. Spider TY. What happened to the Batman tactical suit? It's sitting at mum and dad's, man. I really need to learn to stop announcing cosplays and just do them. Otherwise, you get hounded. And just do them in your own time. That's what I've learned. I'm only a one-man show, man. So I think we're going to get to it. Again, I'm going to be answering questions while I'm working on this guy. So ideally, I'd like to go for about an hour and a half today, but just get everything done. So chest plate comes off. It's just held in by pins, but it's all nice and fabric wrapped, and it's all magnetized, which is very cool. So I am going to be adding some EVA foam here and then Velcro because there's quite a bit of a dip, as you see right there. So if we don't add that bit of EVA foam to fill out that dip, it's going to be hard to apply the Velcro onto the fabric side on the side of the pec there. So just going to pop that off to the side there. So let's start with the neck seal and the cape. So like I said, I'm going to be gluing these two pieces together. It's just going to make everything a lot more flush. So I've lined everything up as best as I can here, and then I've got to turn around and do some work folding in the back of the cape. Hang on. The Rift effect, what's happening with your avatar cosplay? At the beginning of the video, man, someone asked the same question. Just waiting for Ryan Jenkins to get back. And then we can start on the bodysuit. Other than that, chest emblem's done. Got the 6 meters of fabric for the cape. Belt mold's just there, so I've just got to cast up a belt. It's going to be a nice metallic blue with some canisters. It'll have shoe polish and driveway dirt and stuff like that. So that's where it's at, man. All right, so this video is sponsored by Cheap and Nasty. I wish. I really wish it was. That'd be amazing. I need to get sponsored by Kiwi Shoe Polish and Utility. That's who makes the Cheap and Nasty super glue. Miles, hear me out. Spider-Man and Batman costume mashup. Ooh. Do you mean like this, but Spidey, or do you mean Spidey look, Spidey aesthetic, lean, athletic with a bat suit? Because to me, like Batman Beyond would be a good kind of like he's very athletic. The look of Batman with Batman Beyond. So, and look, I would zoom in and shift the camera around, but the cable I'm using, even though it's brand new, as soon as it wiggles, the camera will just go black. Michael Splad, give a shout out. Shout out. I hope you're at peace now, man. So what I'm going to do now is just start running some glue all along here. So I've lined it up as best as I could. So these two pieces of the cape come together and have been glued together. So this is how it was with the Pattinson version 1 suit. You know, it rested under the original suit and then the urethane chest armor Velcroed on top of it. So I've ripped the Velcro off. Do you ever do commissions on Etsy from Brody Robinson? Yes and no, man. Like, best bet is to just send me an email, like cosplaychris@gmail. Usually with Etsy, it's stuff that I've already made or have molds for and, you know, made to order. So yeah. All right, we're going to start gluing this down. So it's Friday here, and like people do still celebrate Thanksgiving in Australia, especially people that have migrated, you know, from the States and stuff like that. So my mate Luke actually had like a Thanksgiving dinner the other night, even though he's Aussie. I think he has a lot of American friends and stuff like that. So, you know, they broke out the cornbread and stuff like that. I fucking love cornbread. I'm obsessed with cornbread. Cornbread and biscuits that you have like with chicken and stuff like that. Holy shit. It was like a whole new world when I tried it for the first time. And the good thing about the Cheap and Nasty super glue, it's just an instant bond. So I'm going to glue along here and then go under and then glue that part down, because ideally you just want to get this part done like first because it's supposed to look nice. It's on show, whereas under it, you got to do that later. Miles cornbread for gains. Yeah, dude. I remember like the old Ronnie Coleman, if you're familiar with Ronnie Coleman, the bodybuilder, his old videos that are on YouTube, he just lived on cornbread, chicken with barbecue sauce, grits. I don't know. I like a grits like oats in the States. I don't know. I always hear of grits. I don't know if that's another word for oats or something like that. We just call them like rolled oats here in Australia. Okay. Now I'll just line this up and glue that down. Cool. Along. So ideally, I'd like to have this, looks like we're friends. Ideally, I'd like to have this done in like a week or two, because then Daniela and Sarah Bluxmeter and I are going to do another shoot. And also we want to do it before it gets really hot. Like it's starting to heat up today as we speak. So I'm probably going to get shinier and shinier. Even though we're going to be doing the shoot at night, it's still humid at night. Speaking of which, I think I just got a question. Are you going to weather the bat symbol indent on the inside of the chest piece? No, because probably I have to now, because you're going to have to want to film around it and then have me take it out. So probably, man, I don't have a choice anymore. I think I just dug myself a grave by saying that. All right, so I'm going to go up the back here. So I'm happy with that. Might go in. Yeah, I'm just going to go in under here. So yeah, a lot of Velcro, geeks and geekettes, when it comes to a suit like this. Velcro is your friend. As you can see, I've like drawn with Sharpie, like lining up stuff and all that. Okay, that. We just cruise on down here. Dude, I wish Melbourne would warm up. Oh, man, I can only imagine that it's probably like raining on and off in Melbourne at the moment. If anyone's not familiar, Melbourne has like the most all over the place weather in the world. 1 minute it's like this hot, next minute it's like torrential rain. Okay, so just going to do the back of the cape. Now it is going to be a little bit off center, but that's okay. But as you can see, we've got this piece here that's like puffy and like puffing up. And I don't have a collar with this one, like how Pattinson has his collar. I saw someone. Jack the Geek, how do you like Pattinson's cowl? I love it, man. I just don't love it on me. That's why I'm using the Hernandez cowl. When I wore the first cowl, I liked it, but I just felt like unless you've got a jaw like Pattinson that's like granite and carved and all that, I just didn't feel confident in it. But with this one, the hybrid cowl, I like it. I like the way it hugs my face and contours my face and stuff like that. So I love it on anyone else but me. And I love the design of it. I love the kind of, hey, buddy. I love the crudeness of it. love the crudeness of it. I love how, it's got the hand stitched look to it. It's coffee breath. And I can't wait to see where they go with the next suit in the Batman 2 and then 3 and stuff like that. So I love it. I really do love it. On me? No. I came to that realization too when I got the Hernandez Effects Battinson cowl. So I got the first cowl from GC5 Chris, put it on like, oh, I love this cowl, but not on me. And then I got the Pattinson one from Hernandez, who also made this one, put it on like, definitely not for me. So Spy Hunter 7, hey man, whatever happened to that Mandalorian costume you was working on? The one where he's on holiday, just haven't got around to it, man. Again, guys, I really need to stop announcing cosplays and just do them. Otherwise, yeah, you guys follow that shit up like there's no tomorrow. So I'm a one-man show. I do what I can. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I've got a few cosplays I'm working on at the moment that I just keep my mouth zipped about and then just be like, ta-da! I think that's the best way to go about it. Andrew, do you have any work on movies coming up? Not at the moment, man. No work at the moment. I know they're finishing up Furiosa, Mad Max, which they actually filmed a couple of minutes down the road, like at the beach here. Apart from that, what else are they working on? They're working on Planet of the Apes at the moment. Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling. So Gosling's in town. They're filming something for that. So no, nothing at the moment, man. Just a lot of commissions and then planning custom collectibles. So I'd like to do something with an Avatar action figure in the next couple of weeks with the release of Avatar. Again, it's just going to get it at my local Westfield that had it, and then it was sold out when I went to get it. So apart from that, man, it's just commissions, custom collectibles, other videos. So I'm planning, I'm writing the script at the moment. Next week, there's going to be a video, the evolution of Superman's costumes throughout the live action TV shows and movies. I want to do this thing, top 10 costumes from the DCEU and then top 10 costumes from the MCU in terms of like how they've gone from the comic books to film. And then also want to do one on Blue Beetle. I want to do a video on the Blue Beetle costume. I was supposed to when the set photos dropped. I'm like, oh my God, that's so good. Like that is the perfect representation of comic book to screen, even though they're behind the scenes photos. So, and they haven't even done anything to it digitally and all that. Okay, so with this cape, we've got this big thing puckering up here. So what I was thinking is we're going to tuck it back like this and then fold it in like so. That makes sense. And that way you're going to get a nice taper down on the traps and stuff like that. So, and again, this is unsymmetrical. And that is because the way I did the folds and pleats on the cape when I was working on the first Pattinson Batsuit. So that's my bad, baby. But if we just tuck this down and... Okay, that looks pretty good. Give me some super glue. It is starting to get so hot here. I can feel the heat. Feel the heat. So I love this glue with pleather. It just sticks to it instantly. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to play catch up. Holy shit. Dylan, will you do another custom collectible video? It's cool. Wait, where'd you go? It's cool seeing your techniques when you customize different action figures. There's always going to be custom collectibles, man. Just whenever I feel there's one in the tank. Like I just said a couple of minutes ago, I want to do one for an Avatar action figure in the next coming weeks with the release of the new film, The Way of Water. So yeah, there's always going to be custom collectibles, man. They're not going anywhere, even though they're very hard to do sometimes. Yeah, it's hard when you're a one-man show. You don't have editors and stuff like that. Like build videos are hard. And like even the popsicle stick house, the Elm Street popsicle stick house, even though it's simple in execution, it's hard to do because then you got to edit and yeah, it just gets very finicky and stuff like that. So plus I'm not the world's greatest editor. I just try to keep it simple. I'm not like doing like commentary and stuff like that. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now I might just turn him back around. Heavy bastard. Cool. I might just tuck that bit down. Cool. That'll do. That'll do. Damon Wayne. Hey, Chris. Big fan. Well, thank you very much, man. And thank you for joining. Riley Cool Guy. Oop, hang on. Riley. Where'd you go, Riley? Where'd you go? Riley! When it comes to the bee, man, do you prefer the longer ears or the shorter ones? Big hugs from Brazil. Big hugs back to you, man. It's tough. Cowls like this, I love longer ears, but then when it comes to Batfleck and like the Dark Knight Returns look, I love the shorter ears. It's hard. It depends on the suit, man, but because I'm such an avid fan of Batfleck, I'm going to say the shorter ears. But if you're going to have the shorter ears, you've got to have that stockier tank Batman. Whereas if it's Pattinson or even the Arkham Knight Batman, you got to have the longer ears. Even though that Batman is a tank, I think if you do have a leaner Batman, then you got to have the longer ears. I remember the old comics from the 90s where Batman's ears were like that long. It was ridiculous. And he essentially looked like a ghoul. It was really cool. I think I just saw a super chat come in. Gary sends in £5. Gary, how are you, mate? Have you ever played the Metal Gear Solid games? I love them, and they have lots of cool character designs. I'm not going to say I have. I will say I've watched my best friends play it, especially Metal Gear Solid 2. They set up the old PlayStation, and I was just watching them play it. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. But like, I've watched documentaries on Metal Gear and the creator of Metal Gear and just how it just blew up. So I have respect for the games and all that. I just haven't played them, man. I am a fan of Solid Snake. I love the character design. I remember at one point Christian Bale was going to play him. Correct me if I'm wrong. They were going to do a Metal Gear Solid film, and Bale was going to be Snake. So I don't know. I remember that somewhere. But thanks for that, Gary. Because I don't even like. This is how out of the loop I am with game titles and stuff like that. What one are they up to now? Is there a new one out now, or I don't know? But thank you again for that, man. That's very sweet of you. Hey, Chris, love your stuff, man. Have you ever played Gotham Knights? I have not played Gotham Knights yet. I'm a little bit apprehensive because some people are like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, it's never going to be what the Arkham series was sans Arkham Origins, because I know Gotham Knights is made by Warner Brothers Montreal that did Arkham Origins, I'm pretty sure. It looks cool nonetheless. I would like to check it out. Anything that's in that world. Like, I would just love another Batman Arkham game. I hear murmurs that they're doing another one, but I would love another one, especially after Arkham Knight. Even though with that ending, it kind of has stopped, I would like to see something else. Maybe something that takes place between Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Who knows? Sir Curbrington, hello from England. Hello, good sir. Thanks for joining, man. Nelson, would you ever consider cosplaying Chris Redfield from Resident Evil? No, man, I haven't played the game, so I feel it would be a big disservice to cosplay as him. A good mate of mine, Chris Radiff, actually, who's on Instagram, has just started that cosplay, and he's got all the pieces together, and he looks legit. He looks great, so I'll let him do that. Built for Speed 101. What's up, Chris? And live chat. Dude, how you going? Welcome. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that for now anyway. Go and glue that all under. So again, it's just going to make life easier to put the neck seal and the cape on like so. So next up, we're going to do the chest emblem. So like I said, we've got to fill out certain pieces with EVA foam. So this is just yoga mat foam from Bunnings Warehouse, good old Bunnings Warehouse. So we just got to put the EVA foam on the sides here like that. And then that way you've got to fill in that void there. And then it's just going to make anchoring the opposing Velcro onto the suit a lot more easier. So again, cheap and nasty super glue. Now what I might do, actually, I'll just get a couple of questions. Crimson comment, loving this hybrid. Thank you, man. Emmanuel Clancy, what versions are you combining? So we've got the Pattinson, we've got Batfleck, and then this is a hybrid cowl from Hernandez Effects that I believe him and Josh Clark put their heads together and smashed this baby out. So something original, Pattinson, Affleck, but also we've got the lenses playing a big part. Because I've always wanted to do the lens version of Batman. So yeah, it's just something original, and then ones we all love and know. So like, I don't know if the belt may be final. I might go back to the Pattinson belt, but I do love the Affleck belt, and I love the gold aesthetic of it. I might add the drop holster with the sticky bomb gun. I'll see how I go. And the boots, I'm going to swap out for the former adventure boots. Dark Moon, hey Cosplay Chris, Mace Face, never mind, you just answered. Sorry, dude. Sorry if I missed your question. Built for Speed 101, Chris, you do really nice work. Thank you, man. I don't think so, but I do work. Will the eyes light up to make it as the Conroy Batman? No, they won't, man. There's not enough room for LED lenses to go in there, unfortunately. I would love to, but yeah, it's just not feasible at the moment. So what I'm actually going to do before I install the EVA foam, so this is the one side Velcro here. I'm going to trace it on here ×2 and then get that ready. Actually, I'll do it now. I'll glue them on, glue the Velcro onto the foam, and then glue the foam into the chest emblem. I'm making a new superhero, but I don't want to say the name because I don't want people to take my idea. Is there a way I can tell you privately? Dude, like if you just, even though I rarely check because sometimes you get some weird shit, you can send me a DM on Instagram if you want. It will go into message requests. And it's just a matter of me having to physically go in and check. But yeah, dude, if you like want to shoot me a DM, I'll try my best to get around to checking it out. But it's cool that you're working on your own design. I remember years ago, and it's already been done, but I didn't know at the time. When I was in primary school, I did a character called the Hawk, even though we've got Hawkman. And I had no idea Hawkman was around at the time because I just wasn't educated with that. But yeah, I drew it all up, and it looked like Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, but with like a hawk costume, and it just looked ridiculous. Whoop. Dark Moon, just watch your video on Dave McRae's Freddy in Dylan's New Nightmare. Hell yeah, man. Dude, I am so excited for that. I'm beyond happy for Dave. That's so cool that a voiceover artist, part-time YouTuber is now playing Freddy in, and I call it a high-end fan film because it just seems like they're really tackling this from a high-end standpoint, especially with that reveal of Dave as Freddy with the makeup. Jeez, man, the part 2 vibes, the sunken eyes, the red eyes. I'm stoked. So, and it's cool that after 3 years, it's finally happening. They've filmed it. They're in post-production. So I can't wait to see what Dave brings to the table. He's a guy that won't fuck around with it. He'll take it very seriously. And I can't wait to see what he does. The Dave, does this cape have the scallops? No, it doesn't, man. It's just like flat at the bottom. So I probably will weather it at some point, much like the Batfleck cape. All right, so I'm just going to peel the back. So this is self-adhering, but I am going to back it up with some cheap and nasty super glue, just as a bit of insurance. So I do apologize if I duck back here, Geeks and Geekettes, but obviously I've got to do stuff now and then. So this is the worst thing. I get so much of this glue caked onto my fingers. I think my blood will eventually become cheap and nasty super glue. Okay, so that's one done. And then next one. How are we going, guys? Here's a good one. Destiny Mindset. What sort of changes do you want for Pattinson suits for the sequel? What type of upgrades do you think we might see? I personally think they should keep some elements such as the collar, etc. 100%, man. I think the way Matt Reeves and the costume designers will go about it is what needs to be changed for utility, for practicality, stuff like that. Like how Bale's Bruce had upgrades done by Fox in The Dark Knight. You know, you want to be able to turn your head, even though Pattinson can kind of turn his head. I would like to see something a bit more symmetrical, if that makes sense. Like at the moment, his suit from the first Batman is very kit bashed, understandably so. You know, it's a lot of pieces he's scrounged together. I would like to see something more streamlined, more symmetrical. And I do love the idea of the bat chest emblem being a knife. I would like something a bit more like Batman, not like, oh, you can make out it's the bat emblem, but I want something that's like, that's fucking Batman. Even though you look at the silhouette and that's Batman. Okay, cruise on down here. Whoop, whoop. Gary, I've answered you. Thank you, sir. Ray Farr sends in $5. Thank you, man. Chris, happy Turkey Day, brother. Happy Turkey Day to you too, man. Thanks for all the content you provide this year, and here's to many more years. Cheers. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. I hope your Turkey Day is going well. I might buy some turkey mince in honor of Thanksgiving and make some turkey mince and rice. I'm trying to put weight back on, muscle back on after Canada and getting so sick after Canada. Weight just dropped off me. It was great. It was a good time. Alrighty. So now that we've got our Velcro and EVA foam, we're going to just pop it on the inside like that. Will you make a mechanical grapnel arm too? No, I won't, man. No. Just keeping it simple with this one. No need to go all out. I get some funny questions sometimes. People are like, will you have a fully functional Iron Man suit soon? I'm like, no, I won't. Will you ever do the Dark Knight Rises suit? Probably not, man. Like, I do like that suit, just not enough to cosplay as it. Yeah, that's just me. You know, make sure you don't get these fumes in your eyes. Sometimes it catches your eye and your eyes just burn. Cool. Sandwich that in. Crush it. Casey, Chris, you ever thought about doing an evil variant Batman cosplay like the Batman Who Laughs or the Red Death? Yeah, man. The Batman Who Laughs, I would definitely do. I'd probably go the route of like a silicon mask, like a high-end silicon mask. I've seen some really good ones. Other than that, you'd have to go like the prosthetic route, but man, that would just be so expensive. But yeah, Batman Who Laughs, I love that look, and I love that look of him on the podium with the chains and all the little goblin robins and stuff like that. That is badass. Or maybe just like my own design, evil Batman, something like that. Like, I love it when I can do my own design on stuff. Like, that's why I love Pirate Batman. You don't have anyone saying this is inaccurate. You're like, I can just do my own thing, follow my own template, and it's all good. Okay, let's glue the other one down. Sandwich it. Oh, got a super chat from the Zyle Grays, £5. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Chris, honestly, loved your Crow outfit and thought of doing a mashup of the Crow / Batman outfit. That is interesting, man, because you're dealing with like very dark gothic characters. So like it can go one way or the other, I guess. Would you do the Crow aesthetic, you know, leather, shredded bits, fabric, you know, strapped together and stuff like that with a cowl and remnants of a cape, like, you know, a shredded cape? Or would you go like armored up with a cowl and maybe the Crow makeup? I don't know. There's so many ways you can go about it, dude. But that is quite interesting. I do like that. Thank you for the super chat, man. That's very sweet of you. I'm very intrigued by that. Some of you guys come up with some bloody cracker mashups. It's incredible. So that. Eesh. So I think next. All right. So Velcro on the sides there. I think I might do a strip down here. Do a strip down here and do a little tab here, just so there's little anchor points, certain anchor points. So we've got these two here. We're going to do a strip here and then two bigger strips on either side there. I think that'll work best. Keeping in mind also, there's going to be elastic threaded through here. So when I first had this design, the elastic was going to be permanently there, and you'd pull it forward, put the cape on, and then it would snap back. But then you kind of run into a problem of how to permanently anchor the bottom of the chest piece, and you kind of want it to sort of hover a bit. That's where the Velcro comes into play. $5 from, hang on, let me just extend this chat. There we go. That's better. $5 from Thenora Ravindra. Will you do a custom collectible or something related to Jason David Frank or Kevin Conroy's Batman in their honor? Rest in peace. Been a tough week. Lots of retail therapy. 100%, dude. Probably something Green Ranger related. I'm sorry if I keep pausing and chatting. I don't want to be like, yeah. I want to have a chat and then get back to it. And that's what the video is all about. Maybe something Jason David Frank. I'd like to get a Green Ranger or a White Ranger helmet and then gnarly it up, battle damage it and stuff like that. Like an apocalyptic version, possibly a nightmare version of Tommy's helmets, something to that effect, just something a bit different. Because if you get like a Green Ranger or a White Ranger figure, they're pretty much done because he's always clean. Like I can't dirty them up, but I feel like the helmet, like a life-size helmet on display with gash marks and stuff like that, and you've got like the metal showing through and it's like kind of buckled and torn, like something has just absolutely axed the helmet, and Tommy's had to be like, oh shit, take the helmet off, or he's just taking it off after this big battle, and something like that, man. I think that'd be really fun, and just really making it grounded in reality. Do you guys remember that? I forget it was a series or what it was, that Power Rangers kind of fan film, and James Vanderbeek was in it. Should go check it out. This is before the 2017 film came out, and it was kind of like what to expect with the 2017 film. It's actually really good. Gary sends in another £5. Thank you so much, dude. 9 main Metal Gear games and 3 spin-offs. But then Konami decided to focus on gambling machines instead of games. I heard about this. I heard something or saw a YouTube documentary because he was like the guy. He was like the greatest game developer of all time in terms of these characters, this IP he created. And then he kind of, I don't know if it was like he sold out but he's gone to gambling machines. I'm not a gambler, thank God. I don't know how to gamble. And I think that's a very good thing. I don't get it. Like the gambling culture here in Australia is getting really big when it comes to horse racing and stuff like that for young men, especially in their early 20s. You know, we have these betting apps. I don't know if you guys have them in where you are in the world. We have like sports bet and stuff like that. These gambling apps that are handy on your phone, and you can lose money like that. It's crazy. And it's actually becoming quite prevalent with young men, especially just going to the pub, feeding the poker machines, betting. So I'm glad I don't gamble. Ray Fast sends another $5. Dude, thank you so much. I was very fortunate to find a 7-inch scaled animated series Batmobile for $200 on eBay. My favorite design of the car to pair with my favorite Batman. Rest in peace, Kevin. Dude, that Batmobile and Keaton's Batmobile, I feel, are very iconic because they've got that Art Deco design to them. I think that's the right word for it, Art Deco. And they're so sleek, especially Kevin's Batmobile. It just, you look at it from a certain angle and it feels like it goes for 100 meters. Like it's crazy. So what I'm doing now, and thank you for that lovely donation, man. That's very sweet of you. So what I'm doing now, just cut out a little triangular piece. And we're just going to pop that in the middle there. It's like Bob Ross. You see that? We're just going to pop that in the middle. That ain't a happy accident, but we're just going to pop that right in the middle. All right. That was my horrible Bob Ross impression. So I'll just peel the back of this off. Ray Far $2. You missed my Batsuit super chat, mate. Oh, sorry, dude. Let me cruise on back up. It got it. Dude, I'm so sorry. I think the gray bits of the current suit are killer, but I'd like to see some new boots and gauntlets. I'm not a big fan of the blow darts. Stand by. Just stand by. So another option, and I don't have the fins. The fins are at mum and dad's at the moment. The Tiger Stone New 52 gauntlets. So you put the fins in like so. Like I said, the fins are at mum and dad's at the moment. So this was and is an option. The only thing is these are really tight on the undersuit. That's the only thing, man. But these gauntlets are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So made by Tiger Stone Effects. So I've had them sitting around originally for the Tactical Batman. Who knows if that's going to happen, but it is an option. And the fins on this one are really badass. They're like blades, like proper, like take them off and get someone with it. So that's an option, man. The boots are going to be the former adventure boot. I do love Pattinson's boots. And I get where you're coming from with the blow darts. They're like, bit there, isn't it? They're really there. But the boots, I want the former adventure boot. They're comfy. They're easy to put on with the 3 buckle straps. You're good to go. With Pattinson's boots, they're cool. But you got to put, they're heavy, they're clunky. You got to put them on, then you got to put the spat on over it. And it's really tight once the spat's on. Like the zippers like Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man 2 on the train. He's like, argh! That's the zippers on my spats with the Pattinson boots because the boots are so chunky. So that's an option, man. But sorry I missed your super chat originally, man. But thank you so much. Okay, got Ray. Hayden Ellingworth. That is a beautiful surname, sir. Sends in £4.49. Thank you so much. Chris, when we're going to see an Indiana Jones cosplay? P.S. I got to play a Vietnam War protest in the new film. Fuck, dude. That's sick. I'm really jealous. That's awesome. Like, you would have seen some crazy and cool shit. Was Harrison on set? Yeah, that's really cool, man. That's really something cool to add to your resume. In terms of an indie cosplay, no. There are so many good indie cosplayers out there. I don't feel like I'd do it justice. And it's like Vader cosplays and certain Star Wars cosplays, like you have to, pardon me, get the pieces so right, where it be the shoes, the pants, the belt, the button-up shirt he wears. I just don't feel like I'd do it justice. And again, there are so many awesome indie cosplayers out there, man. I'll let them handle it. But thank you so much, man. That's so cool. So I got to play a Vietnam War protester in the new film. A Vietnam War protester. Okay. I can imagine the NDAs would have been absolutely ridiculous that you had to sign, even if, you're playing an extra or something like that. It must have still been pretty wild, man. But yeah, like, was Harrison there or in all these? Because I don't know if it's true, but apparently time travel is playing a big part in the storyline. I don't know how I feel about that. If that's true, someone correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm just gluing down. Ow, Jesus. Have you ever pricked yourself with Velcro before? Holy shit, that hurt. So yeah, we've just glued down that little tab there. Let me cruise on down. Okay, guys. Sorry, I'll just play catch up. Hey, my mum's here. Hey, mum. Everyone say hi to my mum. Chris Stanley, spelt with K, K-R-I-S. So mum's name is Christine. Don't call that or she'll beat the shit out of you. And then my name is Christopher. It's easy to remember. DC fan castings. Hey, Chris, I'm really excited for David Cray's Freddy film. I am too, man. Again, like I said before, I'm happy for the guy. I'm happy for Cecil, for Miko, for the whole crew that it's finally come to fruition. They're doing it. So I think they said spring or summer of next year. We'll get the full film. And then February, March, they're aiming to get a teaser or a trailer out by then. So I'm on standby for that. Rayfar, how does Bruce fit that suit in a backpack? Dude, right? Like, you watch the Batman and that thing is like about to explode on his back. But I'm also, when he wears all those puffy jackets, I'm like, is the flight suit still on him? Is he still wearing the flight suit and then the jackets over it, the drifter stuff? Not sure. Destiny Mindset. What happened to Tiger Stone Effects is really sad. They were the OGs, and the first time I discovered people were selling high quality cows and eye masks. Yeah, man, absolutely. And that's why I've definitely kept these gauntlets, just wanting to do something with them. So yeah, it definitely was sad. I won't go into it. I don't feel it's my place to go into it. But I still keep in contact with Nate now and then. Nate's, doing well, doing his thing. So yeah, and they did such beautiful work, man. Like Nate was making cores for his mold, so he was injecting the urethane, and it just, if I can show you guys, if it comes up on camera, like these aren't slush cast urethane castings. You can see there, this is like injection molded urethane. Mix the urethane, inject it into a mold with a core and stuff like that. So each time you get a perfect casting, and they were definite game changers, man. Absolutely. J-Man Jones, are you planning on making or customizing an Eddie Munson guitar from Stranger Things season 4? Eddie Cosplay. Love your work, man. No, man, not doing the guitar one. I just did the regular one. It went really well in Canada, the Eddie Cosplay. Everyone loved it. It's that wig is just really hot to wear. Like even in Canada, it's hot to wear. Mickey Raisinger, I hope I pronounced that right, man. What did you think about my Batfleck fabric idea? Could be cool to wrap the chest. Do you mean like wrapping the chest plate here? For sure, man. Like the Batfleck fabric would look good on that chest plate and all here. Like, can you imagine the Batfleck fabric with all this plating, the stitching, and I think it would look really good. Absolutely. Even maybe keeping some of these panels here, these different textured fabric panels here, but incorporating the Batfleck fabric into it. And with the cowl, keep the cape and cowl combination of Batfleck the same, the two pleat that kind of comes out and then goes over like this. I think it'd look really cool. And with the gauntlets and hell yeah, man. Absolutely. Donnie Carter. Hey, Chris, I'm from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. How did you enjoy Canada? Love your videos. I had the best fucking time, dude. The only thing was it went way too quick. I landed midnight Monday in Halifax. So it was Sydney, Vancouver, Vancouver, Montreal, Montreal, Halifax. Got there at about midnight. Got to my hotel, had a shower, got in my pajamas, took half a sleeping tablet, which is like, it's an antihistamine, technically, just so I'd pass out and, really adjust to the time zone. And then before I knew it, it was the following Monday, the con was over and it was time to go home. And the flights home were brutal. It was Halifax, Toronto, Vancouver, Vancouver, Sydney. And the flight from Vancouver back to Sydney was brutal. Absolutely. I think by then I was just over it. I wanted to get home and I could feel this flu building in my body. And then I got home and the first night back here, picked up Angus from our friends who were puppy sitting him. I'm like, this is bad. This is going to be so bad. But everyone was so sweet. The food was amazing. I tried poutine for the first time. I had proper Canadian maple syrup with blueberry pancakes. Oh, it was great. But yeah, dude, the hospitality was just incredible. The people are so sweet. They can't do enough for you. Gary sends in another £5. Dude, thank you so much. They fired Kojima and then turned to gambling. It's a shame because they make Metal Gear, Silent Hill, Castlevania, but now Silent Hill's back. It brings them back. Okay, so they're trying to get their reputation back on track. So he was fired. I think that was part of the documentary I watched, that he was fired. It's kind of crazy how things pan out in terms of stuff like that. To go from building up one of the biggest game franchises in the world to kind of just not pissing it all away, but just kind of giving it all away for gambling machines, man. Like nothing good comes from gambling machines unless you're just in it for all the money. And, you don't know what happens out the other end with people who gamble and with their families, and like people have lost their families, homes and stuff like that. It's just crazy. Like to go from Metal Gear to gambling machines. Who'd have thought? Everyone's saying hi to Mum. Thanks, guys. That's very sweet of you. Hayden Ellingworth. Okay. I won't comment on the time travel thing, but yeah, they actually released a still today of Harrison running with myself in the background. Holy shit. Okay. I'll have to keep a lookout for that, man. So I do follow some like movie news sites on Instagram. So I'll have to have a look when I jump off the stream here later and check it out, man. That's so cool. I'd frame the shit out of that if I were you. That's awesome. And thank you again for that super chat, man. Very, very cool. Oh, Ray, you're very sweet, man. Ray sends it by $5. Your son is an amazing cosplayer and an absolute cracker of a bloke. He has provided all of us with so much entertainment and positivity. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And I get very shy about that, but thank you. I know my channel has definitely, gone from doing one thing to doing 100 other things, but I love it because I love talking about a lot of things. And I love not just building things, but I love talking about costumes and new releases and dissecting horror movies. And I think it just helps when you know what you're talking about. But also, there's always going to be build videos. There's always going to be custom collectible stuff, movie talk, top 10, just something for everyone. But dude, that's so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. But and not to get sappy, like my parents have been so instrumental with me continuing this. They've just been absolutely incredible and supportive, and they're always interested and intrigued. What are you working on at the moment? What's happening? What's doing? Can we help? Yeah, it's amazing. I still remember when I was in grade 10 and I was building Freddy gloves and I was selling them on eBay. And in year 10, you did what's called the school certificate. So you did the school certificate in year 10, and then grade 12, which is our graduating year, you did the high school certificate. You could choose to leave high school in grade 10 once you did your school certificate, if you had a job, an apprenticeship, something like that. And you could leave early. You could either leave school forever or leave earlier at the end of the year once your school certificate tests were done. I was building Freddy gloves, selling them on eBay, and technically I had a job. I was selling them, selling a couple a week, making good scratch for a 15-year-old kid. And anyway, I left school early, and I remember mom helping me with boxing up the gloves and going to the post office and stuff like that. It was good times. It was very, very fun. Reed Comics sends in $7.99. I'm planning on doing a Star-Lord cosplay and a Red Hood from Arkham Knight cosplay. Would you ever do an Arkhamverse character cosplay? Robin. I was always wanting to do Robin, but I was too scared to shave my head. And Robin, that iteration of Robin looks damn good with a shaved head. Looks like an absolute badass, man. Probably Robin or Nightwing. When it comes to Batman, I'm too short. Even though I'm the type of bloke where I shouldn't let that worry me, but still at the same time, you especially with how commanding Kevin Conroy's voice was as Batman. So I've just put some glue on the back of this part of the Velcro, and we're going to do a Velcro tab here and a Velcro tab there. So I'm just going to lay this down and do it. Geeks Geekettes, just talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, I definitely think when it comes to Batman, you do have to have that stance, that posture. Like my friend Josh, with the help of my friend Cam and James, has done an incredible Arkham Knight cosplay recently. Josh is based in Melbourne, but Josh has the stature. Josh is like Man Mountain. He's huge. So you definitely do need that stature. So I've just glued that first tab down there, and then I'll do the same here. So see this little bit that's lifting up here? You kind of just got to keep working with it until the glue starts to set sometimes. Would you come to the MCM Comic Con in the UK? Absolutely, man. I've always wanted to go back to the UK. Last time I was there, I was 11, 12, I think. And like when you're that age, you don't take as much stuff in as you would when you're an adult or my age now. So like I'm 34 next month. My God, I'm getting old. Yeah, I definitely want to go back, and I definitely want to do a con there. I've heard like London cons go off. Like you guys are batshit insane in the best way possible with cons, which is great. That's what I want. But yeah, dude, like read comics. To answer your question, man, it would probably definitely be. Sorry if I keep looking this way. This is where my laptop is with the questions. It would definitely be Robin or Nightwing, man. But again, with Robin, I was too scared to shave my head. I used to shave my head back in like 2010, 2011. I thought I was a badass, but I just look like an idiot. I don't have the right head shape for a shaved head. Trust me, it's scary. Rayfar, $2 there. I said what you told me now. Let me go. I missed that. Alf God 69 cents in $2. It'd be cool to see your take on Doctor Doom. Yeah, absolutely, man. I maybe see how Doctor Doom's going to look in this new Fantastic Four film. They're going to be doing Doctor Doom. They have to, as if they couldn't. As if you're not going to announce a new Fantastic Four film and they're going to get Krasinski back. They'd have to get Krasinski back. Whether or not Emily Blunt is going to be Mrs. Fantastic, Sue Storm, who knows? But they'd have to have Doctor Doom. I liked, what's his name? Julian, who played original Doctor Doom in the original Fantastic Four movies. I like those movies. They're fun. They're silly fun. They're kind of like the Raimi Spider-Man films, but a lot goofier. But yeah, Julian McMahon. I love Julian McMahon's Doctor Doom. I have not seen Fan 4 Stick. I've seen what Doctor Doom looks like. That ain't fucking Doctor Doom, man. Hang on, guys. Just stand by. I'm just putting down the other tab. But yeah, I've always loved the look of Doctor Doom. I think it's a badass look. I love the aesthetic. So yeah, definitely, man. Like, if I ever decide to do it, then I'll definitely do it. Probably more reminiscent of the comics. I do love the comic look a lot more. Yeah. So there we go. So we've got a lot of anchor points now. So that chest ain't going on. Anyway, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to let this sit for a bit, and then we'll do the opposite parts of the Velcro. So we'll probably lay them down on all these pieces, peel them off, put the glue on, and then hope to God it sticks and works and looks good. Anyway, let's cruise back here, see what's going on. J-Rod, hey, Chris, hope you're having a great day, mate. Jaden, hello, my friend. Guys, actually, so my mate Jaden has a podcast called Geekazoid. So it's on his channel, Jaden Rodriguez, and also the Geekazoid YouTube channel. Definitely head over there. It's Jaden, it's Fizzman, it's Taylor. The three of them, they do a lot of upcoming news and stuff like that with geek-related content, pop culture and stuff like that. So definitely check them out, man. Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Kooky Art Studio. Moon Knight meets Batman cosplay. The Dark Moon Knight. Oh, man. Dion Henchman. Hello, Dion. Hey, Chris. Hope you're well. Just wondering, any more Marvel cosplays coming up? I feel like you'd make a badass Moon Knight. In terms of Marvel stuff, not at the moment, man. Nothing's like jumping out at me at the moment. I've always, in the back of my head, wanted to do a Star-Lord cosplay. Maybe, again, just back of the head. It's a passing thought. Usually I'll be like working on something, be like, oh, that looks fun. Or actually, like with Guardians of the Galaxy, the Christmas special out now, like that thought's kind of come back a bit. I'm like, that would be fun to do. It's just when. But yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment, man. Let me just cruise on down here. Gary sends in another. Dude, Gary, you're fucking on fire, man. Oh, wait, no. So, yes, I got that one. Yes, about how they fired him. Yeah. And then, yeah, won't comment on that one. Sorry, I'm playing catch up. Okay, got Reed, Ray. Yep. Playing catch up, guys. Talk amongst yourself. Okay. Read comics. I doubt Doctor Doom will be in the Fantastic Four movie since he's been done in every other Fantastic Four movie. So Marvel won't do him right away. He should be the next Thanos level villain after Kang. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I understand where you're coming from, man. It could be something that they could hint at Doctor Doom. They could tease Doctor Doom in the new one. And then, yeah, build him up. That's a good point. They should get Chris Evans as the Human Torch in the MCU. Can you imagine that? Can you fucking imagine that if he came back? And I'd be okay with that. I'd be totally okay with that. Richie Boone, is it Q&A time? It's always Q&A time, man. Okay. Josh Marble, hey, Chris, how's it going? It's going good, man. Working on this bat suit. Apart from that, I did a Bronze edition of my Part 1 Freddy bust that is going to be sent to James and Chelsea A. Janice of Dead Meat to have in their background, which is cool. They've been very sweet. Dead Meat started following me, and I just sent a fanboy message, said, big fan. I thought, you know what? Their entertainment, their videos have got me through a lot of stuff, just having them on in the background as well, just the podcast, the kill count, stuff like that. So I reached out and said, I'd love to do a bust for you just as a way of saying thank you. And then Chelsea came up with the idea, would it be cool with you to do a bronze version with some patinaing? I'm like, hell yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do that. So did it all on the, with acrylics and stuff like that with the patinaing. I didn't have to get like a patina kit, a chemical kit. It was all with acrylics. So that was pretty fun. Worked on that. Shipped off a Robert Englund bust yesterday, man. Shipped off a set of Michael Myers hands. Working on this guy. Also, this is going to be a tiny little custom collectible, like a quickie version. Repainting the Christopher Nelson Officer Francis head from Halloween 2018. So all the paintwork's done at the moment. I just got to go get the white mohair and lay all the hair down. So I've got the hairline all ready to go. So we'll have a nice, neat hairline with the little kind of comb look, little wave look that Chris Nelson has. But working on that at the moment too, man. But apart from that, dude, business as usual. It's Friday here. Looking very forward to having a cheeky wine and some pizza tonight. All going good, my dude. Ray Farr sends in another $5. What's your favorite voice / design for Darkseid? I absolutely love his Superman animated series look / voice. I adore Kirby's style for the New Gods. As mainstream as this sounds, man, I do like what I saw in Zack Snyder's Justice League and the voice actor for that. I forget his name. He looks like a Viking. He's got long hair, beard, and everything. Especially when it came to the statues of that version of Darkseid, I thought it was really cool, badass. It's funny, like I always get the two mixed up, Thanos and Darkseid, and it's the same with like Deadpool and Deadshot. It's kind of they purposefully take the piss and make these characters that are kind of like a piss take on the other one. They end up becoming like really popular characters. It's crazy. I adore Kirby's style for the New Gods. Yep. Yeah, I definitely would say Zack Snyder's Justice League, man, but that's like a very mainstream thing because obviously I don't know the ins and outs of all the looks of Darkseid. But yeah, that's just I fancy that one anyway. Owlwatch sends in $4.99. What's the most expensive material you've purchased, and have you ever done wings? Would love to cosplay the Angel Hellfire Gala look. Give it a look. Most expensive material, dude, is probably like when you buy like Batfleck fabric. Like you can buy it from like Robert's Workshop, Parallel Life Studios. And it's not to say it's a bad thing. Oh, it's so expensive. No. The amount of work it takes to make these fabrics, it's rightfully so expensive. Like, you buy like 1/2 meter by 1/2 meter square swatches and stuff like that. So that's probably like the most expensive specialty fabric. Everything else, pleather. Pleather can be so expensive. For like a meter here at Spotlight, sometimes it's like 30, 40 Australian dollars. So yeah, it can be really expensive, man. But for the most part, like fabrics, 10, 20 bucks. But yeah, like specialty fabrics like Batfleck, Superman, stuff like that, that's where it gets really expensive. But rightfully so, because it takes a lot. It's like a flexible ink that's, put onto the fabric, printed onto the fabric. Wings, funny enough, God, probably going to shoot myself in the foot, but I've started the process. I'm going to be doing that demon black suit Superman, the regeneration suit Superman with the devil eyes and the wings. So that's going to be my first time building the armature, the skeleton, and then applying feathers. And some feathers are going to be natural feathers. Some feathers I'm going to have to make like the big ones. So that's going to be one of the next cosplays, man. I've been meaning to do it for so long. The chest emblem is going to look like cracked molten rock. Try and make it glow somehow. I say this, like it all sounds easy in my head, but then obviously putting it into physical form is going to be hard. But I want a challenge. Like I need a challenge lately with a cosplay. And I feel like this demon this demonic angel regeneration suit, Cavill Superman will be it. Obviously, I'll have to have a wig because my hair's no longer long, but that's fine. Like just black, ratty, the red contact lenses, do the vein work, makeup. I think it'll be really fun. So that's going to be my first try at wings, dude. I'm excited. I want a challenge pretty much. So, but thank you for that super chat, man. Really do appreciate it. Ray Farr was fortunate enough to buy a resin 3D printer and have been getting everything set up for my first prints. Have you ever 3D printed anything before? Yeah, man. So if you go to my channel, I've got a video up with unboxing an Elegoo resin printer, and I do print little Pattinson Cowl. So it is very touch and go. It can be very tricky. Like sometimes your print will fail. You got to do a lot of troubleshooting and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's a lot of bloody fun. So what I'm going to do, guys, is get the opposing Velcro and then cut out the pieces, line them all up, put it all down, and then take the adhesive, peel the backing off, put glue on, and then go for it. Hopefully it'll work. This could be really bad. So actually what I'm going to do, because I don't need this, the Velcro tab here going all the way down, I'm just going to put a little like diamond tab here. So this is pinned in place, but what I'll do is I'll put the pins there and there. Okay. So ideally I'd like the chest sitting. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'd like the chest sitting about there. So if I just do a tiny little tab there, I can only be a tiny little one. Chris, you a fan of Jim Lee? Absolutely, dude. Yeah, I love his style. I've always loved his look. I even loved it when he did the Pattinson, the kind of red artwork for DC Fandom all those years ago when they released the very quick trailer of the Batman. Always loved Jim Lee's style, man. I think he's yeah, up there with Alex Ross. I also love Alex's like nitty gritty look for his characters. I think it's incredible with how he does it. So I'm just gluing down a tiny little diamond tab there. If you could design Pattinson's next Batsuit, what would you change? I think just make it more streamlined, man. Like I said before, instead of having the knife chest emblem, have something that is definitely a Batman logo. Maybe have more of a streamlined cowl, get rid of the stitching and stuff like that. I think that'd be the best way to go about it. Okay, so... Sorry, guys, I'll just duck back here. Then, where are my skizzers? Where are my skizzers at? Love the suit. So awesome from Smoke Belt. Thanks, man. Getting there. Getting there indeed. So, yeah, we'll put the chest emblem on. So what I'll do is we'll Velcro the chest emblem down, give it a bit. I'll take it off, and obviously we'll have the opposite tabs here. I will go in after the stream's done with Sikaflex, which is a urethane-based kind of car sealant, and go around the edges of the Velcro on the fabric side. And that way it just seals in all the corners. Because the more you kind of take the Velcro on and off, it's going to pull, and it might bring up a corner and stuff like that. So let's see what's going on there. Oh, dang, a live Cosplay Chris crafting stream. Yeah, man, I really should do more of them because they're fun. And I think just you see in real time instead of, having editing and stuff like that for a final video, you kind of see the process and how long it can take. But also just have a chat with you guys, man. That's why I love doing these streams, just having a chinwag with you guys and doing all the geeky stuff. So if I pop that there, pop that there. Now that tab there is fine. I'm just going to do these ones. Gary, too bad you don't have Hellboy. I still love to see a video of Hellboy versus Spawn. And have you seen Redmere? He's Heaven's anti-Spawn. I have not seen that one, man. I'm not up to date with Spawn comics. Obviously, I just hold on to certain looks of Spawn. But yeah, Hellboy, oh my God, man. Like, it's a tough cosplay to wear. Like, was to wear, I should say. So someone in Germany actually owns it now. But yeah, dude, it was so cool. And like Roadshow commissioned me to make that, which was really cool. So I got to work with the awesome crew at Roadshow. But it was just sitting in storage, and you know, if someone can give it a good home, why not? So he now resides in Germany, which is cool. But the silicone mask, man, whoa, it was brutal to wear. Like, nothing breathes when you're wearing those silicone masks. They look so damn cool. So cool. Think Battinson will switch up to a blue Hush style suit. I think they'll incorporate a bit of blue, man. I think it'll be subtle. Like, it's not going to be like this type of blue, even though this is like off grey blue. I think so. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot more subdued, maybe like a navy blue or weathered navy blue, something like that. Who knows? They might change this to a navy blue. Edge Designs. Hey, Chris, I'm currently working on a screen-accurate Darth Vader Kenobi helmet and would love to send you a casting for a custom collectible. What is the best way to get a hold of you for shipping info? Dude, that's really sweet of you. Again, man, like, if you want to just send me an email, cosplaychris@gmail.com, and we'll get the ball rolling. I think that's the best way to do it. I very rarely check my message requests on Instagram because sometimes they just get weird. Fucking weird, man. But yeah, like, that's very sweet of you, man. I'd love to have a crack at it and then maybe do a giveaway at the end. Like, it'd be nice to give it away, maybe. You know, do the custom collectible on it, then at the end be like, hey, we're going to give this bad boy away, and one of you guys can grab it, and then spread the word about what you do. So yeah, man, there's definitely something there. Arish, any chance you're doing a Spider-Man costume content? Not at the moment, man. I don't have the body for it. I'm not lean enough. Got a bit of pudge going on. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, you want to look and feel your best in a Spider-Man suit. And if you don't, people will definitely let you know. And I shouldn't worry about that, but at the same time, you've also got to feel good in the suit. So what I'm doing now is just taking off the opposing Velcro backings. Come here, you bastard. Chris Graham, that's a good question, man. What's some good Aussie brand glues to use? So I always use the cheap and nasty, man, because it is cheap and nasty and will stick. Speaking of stick, like shit to a blanket. So here's the packaging for it. And the brand is Utility, I guess. The website is Osbrush, AUSTBRUSH.com.au. So it's like a cheap company. Like, for a pack of 6, it's $1.70. Like, that's nothing, man. When I started the custom collectibles, it was always Loctite per tube. It was like $20. And then I found the cheap and nasty stuff right next to the Loctite at Bunnings Warehouse. And it's pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure all this stuff comes from the same vat of glue. What else is there, man? Tarzan's Grip, Gorilla Glue. The clear Gorilla Glue contact cement is great if you're doing stuff that requires it to flex, especially when it comes to like Michael Myers masks, herring and stuff like that, where you need a bit of flex. It is a contact adhesive, but it's controllable, dries clear, and it flexes. So yeah, I highly recommend that one, man. Let me cruise on down here. This is a good one. Splendor. Hey, Chris, would you be opposed to Jackie L. Haley reprising his role in Freddy in some sort of redemption kind of role, like a movie that really makes him shine? Not at all, man. I think Jackie was a great choice. I just feel he was in a bad movie. That's all. Jackie L. Haley is an amazing actor. He's an Academy Award nominated actor. I just feel he was in a badly written movie. And I feel if he came back and they changed the makeup design, I'm not a fan of that makeup. I get it that they're going for something more grounded in reality in terms of a burnt victim, but you lose the personality of Freddy the more you stiffen the face up. 'Cause that's what happens to skin when with burn victims, the skin tightens and fuses to certain areas, and you lose that performance. And you've got a masterful actor like Jackie or Haley in that makeup who isn't able to properly emote through that makeup. So if they change the makeup, got to bang a script, man. Absolutely. And too much CGI. Yeah, I do like the subtle CGI with the cheeking. You can see like striations and muscle and teeth, but make it a bit more subtle, I think. Definitely. Hey, my dad's here. Hey, Dad. So everyone, if you see John Stanley, that's my dad. So both mum and dad have come in to say hi. Luciana Rodriguez. Hey, Chris, I was the one that bought your Jack Superman head ages ago. I still need to send you a photo of him finished. I used it as a switch out with LED. Dude, wow, that's going back. That's kind of cool. I'd love to see, yeah, photos of that, man, and see how it's doing and how it's holding up, if it is holding up. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do now, we've got everything ready to go. This is a make or break moment. You're either going to see me go, yes, it worked, or see me go, oh, shit. But just before we do it, yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right. Hey, Big Pops. Hey, Chris's dad. You guys are very sweet. All right, so I'm going to apply the glue. See, it wants to, the glue nozzle wants to tack onto the adhesiveness of the Velcro. Sorry if I'm quiet for a minute, guys, but obviously I just got to concentrate and make sure everything's good. I don't know if you can hear the outside noise. They're doing construction work next door to us. They're building a shopping center. So I think that's supposed to be done next year, I think. Okay, one side done. Again, this is either going to make or break the suit. I'm either going to do it right or screw it up. Either way, at least we all still have each other. Okay. Oh, man. Fumes. Okay, I think that's good. All right. Are you ready? Because I'm not. Okay. I'm going to have to put my back to you because I've just got to line it up. Sorry, guys. Okay. That looks good. Let's take these off. The suspense. There we go. Ta-da. Yeah. Okay, cool. That was good. All right. So I'll let that just sit on the chest probably for the remainder of the stream, just so the other side of the Velcro can soak into that fabric. So I am going to go back in with Sikaflex and go around the edges. I think, actually, I'll give it another press. VNK Richards. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really good. It's a beautiful day today. It's starting to get really hot. We're about to go into summer, and you can definitely feel the heat. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Cool, man. Yep, I'm definitely digging that. So next up, we got to match this to that. How are we going for time? Hour 24. Holy shit, we've been going that long. Hey, doggo cameo. Gus, come here. Come here, buddy. Everyone wants to see you. You come say hi. Hi. You're in the stream before, but for people joining, you say hi. You get shy. You shy boy. You read some questions. I dare you to add bat nipples. Can you imagine that if I added nipples to this suit? It's just like, hi, Freeze, I'm Batman. You don't want me to do that, do you? Okay, off you go. All right. The fur baby. He's getting so floofy. So he's booked in for a haircut on the 10th of December, and that's the earliest we could get in. But he's like a shag carpet. He just floofs around. All right. So what we're going to do is grab some 40 grit sandpaper and just sand back the sheen of the fresh fabric on the chest plate. Because if you look here, if you guys can see, it's really roughed up here. And just by like not overly sanding it, but just getting rid of that brand new sheen. KB, your Dylan's new nightmare video was great. Freddie looks awesome. Thank you, man. Yeah, I couldn't believe how much it went off, but it's good to see, and hopefully Cecil got some more donations from it and stuff like that to put towards post-production, because they still are accepting donations for the post-production side. So I'm stoked for it, man. I'm stoked it's all coming to fruition. So this is, 40 grit sandpaper, guys. So the fabric, so I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels for each one that were contacted here down. So it was a bit tricky. Hang on, let me cruise on back up here. Hi, dog. Oh, God, no. Gus wants to put on this. Gus has had a bat cowl on before, much to his chagrin. Gotta love sanding fabric. Always turns out so good. It makes my blood run cold, man. I don't like it, but you got to do it. So really, just, especially around the edges here where the emblem, the knife emblem sits in. Cool. Again, like it's not a big step, because once you start sanding, it'll just scuff up and do its thing. The hell did you go? For God's sakes. So what I might do, excuse me a minute, grab a blowtorch. Because we've got some wispy bits here from where I fabric wrapped it. Yeah, you didn't think you'd get a live show and a fire show at the same time, didn't you? So that just gets rid of all the wispy bits here from sanding. And adds a bit of charring. Got a super chat from J Johnson Creations. Try saying that 20 times. I'm on a props and special effects degree course now, and I'd like to thank you for your videos, which helped my portfolio a ton. Dude, holy shit. Sorry, I just needed water. Wasn't from the blowtorch, by the way. That's incredible. Congratulations. What course are you doing, dude? That's it's amazing, and thank you for the kind words. Yeah, you based in the States? Are you based here? Whereabouts are you based, man? I'd like to know. That's really cool. So obviously that's your jam. That's what you want to do. Fuck yeah, dude. That's incredible. Congratulations on that, man. Degree course now. Man, I didn't know you could do courses like that. That's pretty cool though. Mum, oh my God, the kitchen. What about the kitchen, Mum? My God. All right, let me cruise down here. Yep, so I got that one. Usually I wear headphones while working on suits, so I don't notice the sound of sanding. Yeah, it can be quite annoying sometimes, especially when you've got like a big, heavy resin piece. So next up, what we're going to do is we're going to start to stain this to match this. So we've got an oil color, Naples yellow hue. So I spoke to Bruce over at Napier's. I said, what did you use to weather this? And he gave me the color. So I tried to match it as best as I can. So I'm going to go around all the edges pretty much. Now you guys have seen me use oil color before in videos, stuff like that. So less is more when it comes to getting it on your brush. So kind of just getting as little as we can on the brush. Let me see if I can zoom in without losing a connection. There we go. That's a bit better. So I hope you don't mind this angle for now whilst we're working on the chest. Sweet. Yeah, that looks good. I reckon I could probably do a bit more sanding, possibly. Actually, I think what we'll do is we'll do a pass with yellow and then go in with some blacks because there is like real dark and charred areas of the suit. Swirly, swirly, swirl, swirl brush. Gary, have you seen the new Ghostface mask? It's got the same markings as Rob Zombie's Michael Myers mask. Is this for Scream 6, man? I have seen like, I wouldn't say leaked photos, but I've seen photos out there of, you know, the cast on set and stuff like that. So I still don't know how to feel about Scream 5. I didn't know if I liked it or didn't like it. It was kind of a mixed bag for me. But I'm obviously going to go see the new Scream because I'm a Scream fan. But yeah, I don't know if it's just one of those things where they should have ended it a while ago or whatnot. Is that focusing okay? Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks fine. Cool. Chris, what are your thoughts on Bill Skarsgård as a new Eric Draven? I am so all for it, man. I think he'll make a great Crow. I think he'll make a great Eric Draven. Would I have liked to have seen Momoa? Sure. But, you know, Bill Skarsgård as an actor's actor, he really digs deep, goes in, gives 100% and, you know, is batshit crazy in the best way possible. So I'm all for it, man. I probably will do a cosplay of his Crow if I Jones with it, if I like it and stuff like that. So I'm excited, man. Like, because they've finished filming. You think by now we'd see some sort of a reveal or, yeah, I don't know. They're taking their sweet ass time. I'll give them that. So I'm all for it, man. I think it'll be great. It'd be interesting to see what the storyline's going to be, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't even know. Is it supposed to be this coming like 2023? It's due out or 2024? Who knows? We got a great view, man. Okay, sweet. So you can see it's slowly starting to take shape to this. There are like charred parts that we'll add onto here. Are you excited for the Batman 2 Joker, aka Barry Keaton? It's really weird you say that, man. For some reason, that deleted scene popped up in my YouTube feed this morning when I was having my coffee. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like watching that scene. I love it. And I really do hope that Barry comes back for the Batman 2. Mind you, I want Mr. Freeze. The Flick Pick, John the Flick Pick, put that into my head when someone asked a similar question, you know, what villains do you want to see for the Batman 2? And John suggested Mr. Freeze. And I thought, yes, hell yes. That's but proper nitty gritty Mr. Freeze. I think that'd be a really wonderful villain to do, especially in the Matt Reeves universe. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So we're getting there. Like, you got to build it up in stages, but it's definitely starting to match that. Hey, Chris, are you going to add battle scars to the cowl? I'm not sure, man. I don't know if you can see here all the hard edge lines. I may possibly add silver, if that makes sense, because there's lines on the cowl too. So I might add, some silver hard edge lines here and there. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I might just keep the cowl dusty for now. Because when you go to do like battle damage on a rubber cowl, it can get like quite messy. And you can sometimes, if you're using a Dremel, you can end up kind of scuffing the cowl and can catch on the rotary tool. Whereas if like the Pattinson cowl, the scratches are already in the print or casting and stuff like that, you just work with it. And it looks good. So yeah, that's sweet. That's looking really good. I'm happy with that. Let me just cruise on down here. Jay Johnson Creations. Thanks. I'm based in the UK, and it's one of the few special effects degree courses out there. That's fucking incredible, man. Really, really proud of you. That's awesome, and really sweet of you to say that. But obviously, say that, you know, I was an inspiration. But man, it's all you as well. You know, you inspire yourself. You inspire yourself to go out there and do this stuff as a full-time gig. And like, it can be a tough slug. 100% it's a tough slug. You know, this coming May will be 9 years since I started the channel. But holy shit, like what a wild ride it's been so far, you know. I don't plan on slowing down. I love doing my thing. I love being my own boss. I don't like taking orders from people. I think that's why I also decided to go about this myself and, you know, leaving a full-time job, because I just hate being told what to do, even though sometimes I've really got to tell myself what to do, because no one else is going to do it for you when you're your own boss. I don't have a team of people working for me. I don't have editors and stuff like that. So, I mean, maybe down the track, if the channel gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and, you know, you do need to outsource for help and stuff like that. But for now, I'm pretty happy with where I am and what I'm doing, whether it be build stuff, talky stuff. But yeah, that's incredible, man. You should be really proud of yourself for that. Let me just cruise on down here. My portfolio. Yep, we got that one. UK courses. Cool. Just gonna have a sip of coffee. Let's see how far in I can go before I lose the angle. So yeah, sorry guys. As soon as so I've zoomed in, but as soon as I move the camera, if the USB cable moves a little bit, it conks out and you lose the signal. So if you do feel like you got too much, you can just kind of wipe it away with your finger. But I think that's looking pretty good. Let's actually pop the knife emblems in. Sweet, that's looking pretty good. What if I ran it over? How does that? Nah, not really. No. So I might just do a bit more staining just around here, but I'm pretty happy with that. And then go in with a bit of black oil color. I don't know, for like, if you guys have any input, please let me know. I think a silver pass on the cowl would work a treat, but a Dremel would fuck it up. Oh yeah, dude. There are times where like, hello, I'm going to get into frame here. I'm starting to sweat a lot. But yeah, there are times where you use the cutting tool on a cowl, and it catches the cowl and the whole thing just erupts. Casey, where'd you go, Casey? Do you know where I can get a wearable Halloween Kills shotgun blast glove? I thought it would save me time painting the left hand and being more comfortable on the fingers. There are a few people that do them. I made one. I just didn't feel comfortable offering them because of the paint, because painting urethane is extremely hard, and over time the paint will crack. And the person who purchased a blank, and he asked me to paint it knowing full well that the paint may come off. I said, this is totally experimental. He's like, yep, that's fine. So that's why I haven't offered them, man. I don't know off the top of my head who doesn't, but I have seen a few people on the Myers forums and stuff like that doing them. So maybe going on to michaelmyers.net and searching it there would definitely bring it up. Okay, that looks pretty good. Are you left-handed? I am, man. Lefty for life. Okay. Juicy Nug 69. Hey, Chris, did you sew the army yourself? If so, I've been trying to replicate it and can't. No, man. So the base flight suit comes from Napier's Incorporated, Bruce over at Napier's. I would like to start learning to sew myself. I think it's a valuable skill to have, especially when you really need to sew something together. For me, and it drives Chloe insane, I glue everything. And because Chloe's a sewer and she's got a degree in fashion, she sews everything. And when I glue everything, it drives her insane. Rightfully so. So I think I might add a bit of black. And then I think we'll be good. So I'm just going to grab a black artist oil. This is more really subtle. So, and like I'm using the same brush that had the yellow on it, and it doesn't really matter. Like, just mix it all in. So if we look, just bits of charring here and there, and kind of raking it over certain parts. Just where there'd be like grime buildup, stuff like that. Especially around the edges. Definitely around the edges. Yeah, cool. All right, let me just cruise on down here. Are you looking forward to John Wick Chapter 4? I am, man. Anything John Wick, I'm always on board for. Whether or not Keanu's got more left in him, or this is going to be it. I don't know. I don't know actually how many he's signed on for. Maybe you know, dude. But I'm always keen for anything Keanu Reeves related, except for Matrix Resurrections. Oh my god, man, that film flopped hard. And I'm sad it did, because I'm such a Matrix fan. Get some black in. Hang on. Get some black in behind the logo down the middle. Do you mean here, man? You got it. Go on the sides there. So this definitely is, it's not a slow process, but you definitely have to build it up. That's a good idea about the black in the middle. Here he is, the big rig himself. Oh my God. Cam. Everybody say hello to my dear friend Cam. Artist extraordinaire and just all around good goon. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good. Might just zoom out. Cool. All right. Back to regular viewing. I have the same you have from GC5 Effects. Yeah, man. So gauntlets, bicep armor, shoulder armor, cape are still from Chris. So that's recycled from my Pattinson version 1 batsuit. Even though I wouldn't call this version 2, because obviously it's a hybrid suit. But it definitely has obviously those Pattinson elements there. Sweet. It's weird when you like do this type of stuff, you got to like look at it from different angles and make sure it hits all the right notes. And so I definitely think it needs some more yellow in certain places. Yeah, especially under here, a bit more yellow. So I'll probably be tinkering with this later this afternoon, guys. You know, obviously I just wanted to do this bit of fun, but also just like get the ball rolling with finishing this up. And then, you know, Daniela, Sarah, and myself can like start to map out and plan the shoot and stuff like that. And also definitely before it gets really, really hot and I'm like cooking in this bloody thing. Yeah, that looks good. Little in crevices there. Nice nooks and crannies. Cool. Gary sends in £10. Dude, thank you so much. Matt Reeves said he wants to do spin-offs with villains like Scarecrow and Clayface. I don't want a Joker 2 musical. I only want a trilogy of each movie based off the 3 origins of the comedian mobster Red Hood. Yeah, dude, the whole musical thing, I don't think that's going to be a go-ahead. I think it might have hints of it, possibly because of Lady Gaga's involvement. But my God, like you'd be shooting yourself in the foot if you made the whole thing a musical. Can you imagine if it did, in fact, turn into Joker, the musical, like there'd be rioting, like at the end of the first Joker movie, there'd be rioting in the streets and fans would have the shits. Rightfully so. I'd be right there with them registering my disgust. And usually I try to look at everything from a positive lens, but it's just, you just don't do that. It's like in Halloween Ends, you don't beat up Michael and take his mask. It's like giving Freddy a wedgie and taking his glove. There's just some things you don't do with characters or the movies that they're in. And one of them is turning Joker into a musical. Now, I am excited that Lady Gaga's in it. Don't get me wrong. But just no. No. Okay. Is that a 2-piece or a 1-piece tactical cowl? I have his 2-piece and I love it. It's the 2-piece, man. So yeah, separate at the neck here. I absolutely love it. And I feel comfortable in it. I feel confident in it. It's my favorite cowl in terms of how it hugs my face. Yeah, I definitely dig it. I am going to be wearing like a lycra diving hood under the neck, then with the cowl. Otherwise, your hair all sticks out and your skin shows. So yeah, it was a very thin, like lycra diving hood I got off eBay. So yeah, I'll put that on, put the neck seal on, and then the cowl, and that way it kind of has that almost seamless look to it. So that looks pretty good to me for now, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. Let me just stand back and have a look. Yeah, that's cool. I do go back and forth about whether I do a light mist with an airbrush of black over here. I don't know. I like it. Then other times I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, is it too light a gray compared to how dark this area is? Should I just have the whole suit look this type of dark? Yeah, it's a back and forth. Thoughts? I don't know. I really don't know. Might be one of those things where I might have to take a photo and do a mock-up and darken this part in Photoshop or something and see how it looks. Hi, Chris. Greetings from Argentina. I love your cosplay. Super Terminator 313. Thank you so much, man. Beautiful part of the world, Argentina. Hey, Toronto Freddy sends in $2. Absolutely love how the Elm Street house came out. Dude, thank you so much. Still in the study there. And like, holy shit, I got a ton of emails from people wanting the templates. I didn't realize how many people want the templates. That's why I said in the video, if you want them, here's my email, And like, woke up the next morning and there were just emails. Oh man, can I please have the templates? So like I spent a good couple of mornings getting back to people, sending the templates. But for anyone who did get the templates, thank you and hope you have fun with it. I would love to see photos if you want to email the photos and stuff like that. That would be really cool. I think that's enough in terms of the yellow. Let me just drag a bit over there. Yeah. Just walk away for now. Bloody fins on the gauntlets, yes or no? I think it looked badass. Yeah, for sure. If I go with these ones, I'll keep them clean. But if I go with the Tiger Stone New 52 ones, which I've got to put the fins in that are more blade looking, possibly blood, possibly on the glove, like on the knuckle part, like remnants of brain and stuff, where he's just bash someone and then have like spray of blood on the fins and stuff like that. So the reason why I haven't tried this one yet, to put it on the mannequin here, it's too tight because that's a rigid form. This is me, but it's, rigid. Whereas, you can pop it on easily. And there definitely is room in there for the undersuit to definitely sit. But on the mannequin, it's a bit more of a different story. So I do have to wait until this is on me to try this out. But I would love this as an option. I do like these. I do like the design, but this would be cool. Like, New 52 Batman. I think it'd be fun. Gary, I was going to say, wow, they are the New 52 ones. Yeah, man, they are. And the blades, the fins on the New 52 ones are really cool. I do dig them. So we're heading into the 1 hour 50 mark, guys. I might wrap it up in about 10 minutes, but we'll just keep going for a bit. This has been amazing. So I definitely want to do more videos like this. Even if I'm working on Etsy orders, you know, making a casting or something, it'd just be fun. It'd just be nice just to talk to someone. And just have you guys kind of there chilling around. I do appreciate if you are celebrating Thanksgiving, you've taken the time to tune in today. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a crack at Thanksgiving if you are celebrating it. But yeah, Thanksgiving does kind of go off a bit here in Australia. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, if you are from the States originally, you're living here, then yeah, Thanksgiving is definitely a thing here in Australia. Much like Halloween, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Sweet. So let me just see what we got going on here. And Toronto Freddy, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. Always a pleasure to see you. So I answered. Oh, wait. Yep. So I answered Gary's one. We're all good. We are all good. Josh, any tips to keep cool in heavy outfits like the Batman? You can get a cooling vest, man. It's got like all the piping through it. Put it in the freezer. It buys you about an hour, hour and a half, depending where you are. Like if you were to wear this middle of summer with a cooling vest, you probably get about 45 minutes out of it. I think if you're in an air-conditioned area, if you're doing a shoot in somewhere that's air-conditioned, go for it. If not, he's kind of got to suck it up. And I blink and I sweat. That's just me. But yeah, as soon as I get zipped up into a suit like this, the Batflex suit, as soon as I'm zipped up, I can feel the sweat start to bead. So maybe a cooling vest, man. I think that's your best bet. But apart from that, do it in winter. Hey, Chris, I love this style of live stream. You keep me company as I work in my shop as well. Hell yeah, man. That's from Matt Demel. I hope I pronounced that correct. Demel, yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, look, I definitely want to do more of these. Like I said, whether I'm like casting something, working on an Etsy order, even working on a video. Mind you, that'd be hard. If I'm using the DSLR for the stream, I have to use the DSLR for filming. But then I can always just use the streamer cam. But then like that way you guys get a behind the scenes look of how I do videos. And it's very archaic, but it works. Super Terminator 313, love your cosplays. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Cookie Art Studio, have you read Berserk? Think you'd have a good challenge making Guts Berserker armor? I've not, man. No, I have not. I have not heard of that one, actually. Hey, man, love your stuff. I'm currently working on a custom Buzz Lightyear of my own, like the one you made. Nice, man. Buzz is always fun to do when you kind of like go the nitty-gritty route of it. Because the Buzz armor is sick to see weathered and stuff like that. Looks really cool. So I think we might have a crack at taking this off just to see how everything's sitting. Shit, it is really on there. Fuck. It's on there so good. Okay, cool. So we'll pop that back there. But there you go. I'm pretty happy, even though the light's a bit harsh. Yeah, that looks good. How that turned out. So we've got our opposite Velcro here. Some parts need some re-gluing down, and that's totally okay, especially these parts here, because there's such a shell shape going on with the inner part of the chest. That's why I really had to take the knife parts out and really press them against there just so it made contact with the undersuit. So I'll go in, re-glue them, and then go back in with the Sikaflex later on and just glue around here. But overall, very happy with that. Yeah, sweet. Like it's really on there. So probably what I'll do also later on is add some Velcro strips here, and then opposite ones on the suit as well. So the way it will go, you put the flight suit on, Then you put the neck seal on that'll Velcro down, and then the chest on, so it all just won't go anywhere. I think that's the best way to do it. The shoulder bells are the same, held in place with Velcro on the suit, and then Velcro on the shoulders, and that doesn't want to go anywhere. There is a Velcro tab on the buckle here, and there's Velcro on the flight suit. So the Velcro actually came on the flight suit from Bruce, so I utilized that, and that way this doesn't want to drop, it doesn't want to shift anywhere. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, guys. It's been cool. All right, I reckon we'll just answer a few more questions. Let me just bring this table in. I've got like a little wheelie table here. All righty. Shell Shock 072. What materials did you use for the chest armor, if you don't mind me asking? Not at all, dude. So it's a urethane chest casting from Alan Fay, Dark Knight Begins on Instagram. And the fabric came from the gentleman who made the flight suit. So Bruce at Napier's, who made the flight suit, sent me some extra fabric. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels on either side I fabric wrapped and contacted here down. So yeah, it's a mix of flexible urethane. The emblem knives are solid resin, and then fabric wrapped with sorry, I just bumped the mic. Fabric wrapped with a contact adhesive, man. So a bit of mixed media. Cameron, where's that big Teddy looking doggo? He's out there. He hides under chairs, and his floofy beans stick out. He's hide and seek champion of the world. Bland buff guy, you should take a crack at the Gotham Knights suit. Like the Batman one, or like just anyone in particular, man? J-Man Jones, Chris, getting ready for bed, but thanks for chilling with me. Your live streams are awesome. Night, guys. Night, dude. Have a good one. Thank you for joining. I do appreciate that. Super Terminator 313, cosplayers do it best. I love that quote. Thanks, man. I don't know if it's starting to age or what, but originally when I started cosplay, Chris, it was going to be geek is good. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, cosplayers do it best. I don't know if it's starting to get old or what, but I love saying it. Gotham Knights one, we got that one. Brian's Casual Cosplay. This stream's really giving me the motivation to get back into refining my Superman design. Love the inspiration you give me. Oh, thank you, dude. And it's just a bit of fun too. Like this way I get to work on stuff, talk to you guys. So it's like the best of both worlds. It's really fun. Luciano Rodriguez. Chris, I have a suggestion for Chris's custom collectibles. Get the cheap NECA quarter scale Lone Ranger and turn him into another cool character. I'm doing Rorschach, but it's $50 in pop culture at the moment. It's funny you mentioned the NECA quarter scale stuff, man. And that's a good idea with the Lone Ranger one. I was looking at the Friday the 13th Part 4 Jason quarter scale figure. I really want that because I've got Leonardo there, just off to the side there. I got Leonardo, Michael Myers. I got my Edward Scissorhands McFarlane quarter scale. I got my quarter scale bootleg Joker figure, and I want the Part 4 Jason. But the head sculpt needs repainting. The hockey mask needs repainting. So yeah, I'd like to do something like that. The quarter scale NECA figures are so cool, but when they're out of print, they're so expensive. So expensive. Aaron Brooks, so you have a mannequin suggestion for a bat suit, mainly a Batflex suit. The one I have seems to be too stiff to put on the bat suit. I would go the route of sporting mannequins, man. So sporting mannequins, like ones that you'd see at our Rebel Sport Decathlon stores, they're broader, they're bigger, and they have just like a really powerful stance. They are a bit more expensive though. So if you Google like sporting mannequins, sports shop front mannequins, for Batfleck, definitely, because that way you've got the height, you've got the stature, you've got the width. That's the best way, I think. Yeah, definitely go. The Jester. Hey, Chris, love your work. We have the same name. Hell yeah. Any plans for a custom collectible? Is your name Chris Stanley too? Because holy shit. Custom collectibles, man. Next coming weeks, possibly I'd like to do an Avatar one. With some cool toys that they've got up in my local Westfield. I've got a Ninja Spawn figure. I've got a Batman. He's like Biohazard Batman. just simple stuff, man. But they make for fun little, express versions of custom collectibles. So yeah, there's always going to be custom collectibles, man. It's just, when I've got a clear schedule for a couple of days to do one, if I'm not working on commissions and, paid work that takes priority, obviously. But yeah, dude, there's always something in my head or something lying around here that will be a custom collectible 100%. Harry Overton, you should make a video customizing parts you can buy on Amazon. Could be an interesting vid. Yeah, dude, absolutely. I had it in my head to get one of those bootleg Michael Myers masks and do a custom collectible on that. Holy shit, that some of the bootleg Michael Myers masks are incredible. But like, imagine trying to repaint it and it looks on par with a Kills mask or an Ends mask or something like that. Just, yeah. Casey, hey Chris, I thought I'd recommend some UK cons next time you're in the UK, if that's okay. I highly recommend checking out Wales Comic Con, Telford Takeover, and Liverpool Comic Con. Yeah, dude, like someone, I don't know if it was you, said at the beginning of the stream, like UK cons go off. Like they're crazy and like big as well. You guys get some big names there too, which is incredible. And again, it's an excuse for me to go to the UK. Like I haven't been there since I was 11 or 12. So I definitely want to go back. I'd love to go there with Chloe. So yeah. Aaron Brooks, if you need a certain Batman McFarlane figure, let me know. I know a place here you could grab and send it to you, man. Well, thank you for that, dude. Thank you very much. At the moment, our Zing Pop Culture and JB Hi-Fi have just got this stockpile of McFarlane toys at the moment. It's so cool. So that's where I've been getting most of them from for custom collectibles, which is really cool. But thank you for that, man. Guys, I think that's a wrap for today. We've just hit the 2-hour mark. I'm going to go do some groceries. I'm going to let this sit for a bit. And then, like I said, I'm going to go in with the Sikaflex and start to go around all these and just reinforce them and stuff like that. But yeah, really happy with how that turned out. I thought I was going to fuck it up for sure. Live, and everyone's going to be like, this guy's an idiot. But yeah. Sean, you inspired me to customize the 4-foot-tall Ninja Turtles. I have a total of 5 of them. I'm planning on giving them a gritty, realistic look. Dude, that's incredible. Yeah, man, that one was fun to do. The giant Leo. Funny enough, someone who worked at Nickelodeon Studios in Melbourne bought that, and it now resides in the Nickelodeon office in Melbourne, which is really cool. Really cool. But yeah, yeah, okay. Justin Miller, can you do a Halloween Ends Michael Myers cosplay? I'm curious what you could come up with. I don't feel there's a need to, man. Like I've done the custom collectible of the mask. The coveralls would just be adding some mold, which is like pretty much how I did it on the mask. I don't feel there's a need to at the moment. Maybe later down the track. See how we go. But yeah, guys, I'm going to call it a day on this one. This has been a lot of fun. Really happy with how this turned out. But yeah, I definitely want to do more streams like this, whether it's working on castings, stuff like that. But it's just a good way for me to work on stuff, interact with you guys, and then for you guys also to see my process in real time. I definitely do think it's a lot more fun that way. Instead of not always being in the study and, just sitting there, but also, working and then answering questions, having a chin wag and stuff like that. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. So first of many, this was also like a bit of a beta test with how this is going to go. But yeah, so I guess next up is finishing this up, getting together with Daniello, Sarah, and then figuring out how we're going to do this shoot. And then, yeah, definitely getting it done before the heat sets in because it's starting to get hot. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Cosplayers do it best, all that jazz, but really do appreciate you tuning in. Thank you to everyone that donated with Super Chats. You're all fucking amazing. Just each and every one of you, thank you for being so sweet. Happy Thanksgiving. Have an absolute cracker of a weekend. Please look after yourselves. Now, I've got to make sure I end this not prematurely. That's what she said. But thanks, guys. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, I'll speak with you guys soon.